Okay folks, so this is the current setup that I have on my Milwaukee M18 chainsaw. It's an 18-inch Oregon bar with an MPT full chisel chain to go with it. This setup, when I first got the chain on, it did bounce a little bit during cuts, but after a few more cuts it does smooth out. I have sharpened this chain once and now it cuts like butter. No bouncing. So I got this chainsaw from a plumbing supply house for $400. When I got it, I used it. I was impressed with the performance, and the very next day I went to my local outdoor power equipment store and I asked about replacement bar and chains. Like, I don't want to go spending $70 on online for the Milwaukee. Like, what's compatible with the M18 chainsaw? And they told me that, oh, Milwaukee's all proprietary, nothing will fit, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I used this, the stock bar and chain setup that was on the saw, and I noticed that the bar wasn't getting much oil. Like, I would run through a battery and there would still be like over half a tank of oil left, so that was kind of concerning at first, and then it kind of became an issue. Every time I would sharpen the chain and then clean the saw, like, the bar is always dry, and it just didn't seem like it was getting enough oil. And then I noticed, like, these hot spots. One of them there where I usually cut, I do flip the bar, but then there's this one up here at the tip, and I'm like, okay, something's definitely wrong. So I decided, you know what, I want an 18-inch bar, so I'm going to go ahead and get one. So I went to Lowe's, grabbed this Power Care bar with a stock chain, ran that was fine, and then I wanted to get a full chisel chain, so I did. I ordered an 810, but ended up being a safety chain. The problem with the safety chain is you can't get a raker gauge on the rakers to file them down. So you'll get about probably 6 to 8 light sharpenings on it before you're like dead in the water. I'm not going to freehand file my rakers because then it's going to cause bounce issues and the saw's not going to run right. So I didn't want a safety chain. So then I went online and I started looking like how to figure out what's a safety chain and what's a non-safety chain. And I looked on Reddit and somebody was like, a low profile means it's a safety chain. So I ended up ordering a standard 810 same specs chain. Sorry, that's my water heater. And standard and low profile are two totally different animals. This will not fit on your saw. So it's kind of back to the drawing board, and I went online and I found an MPT chain off of Amazon that didn't have an ANSI rating, and that was the low profile non-safety chain that I actually have on it right now. So yeah, this is my setup. Runs real good, has absolutely no performance drop. I was going to do a comparison test, like cutting cookies off the end of a couple of telephone poles that I had in my backyard, just to see which one was more efficient, but the telephone poles ended up rotting. So and it was just a lot to try to set up, so I kind of ditched that. But yeah, if you guys are looking for an 18-inch bar, you can go ahead and put pretty much any just standard run-of-the-mill 18-inch bar on your saw and run it. There's a link in the description of my first video that has all the part numbers and stuff for this current setup. So yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. Love it, roast me, I don't care. Let me know. Alright, bye.